Bill Stiegel here. A lot of people have been calling up and asking me if I'm really going to take this bike trip. And the answer is yes. I've been sick for the last 10 days with the virus, so I have not been training. But, you know, I figure I'll just get on the bike and start pedaling and do my training on the trip. I think that's kind of the spirit of this whole thing. I think people wait until everything's just right before they go have an adventure. And if you do that, you end up never having an adventure. I started this because, you know, I was just angry. I was angry at my wife dying, and I was just wanted to give cancer a black eye. And that's pretty much the same way I feel about it now, you know, that it's cancer is not an act of God, it's just a disease, and we've cured a bunch of diseases, and we're going to learn to cure this. It's just going to take a lot of time and effort. You know, what happens to us is not always an act of God. Sometimes it's just something we hadn't figured out yet. So, in this rather quixotic idea, I decided to bike across the country. And I've learned a lot about myself and about other people just talking about it. One thing is that everybody has asked me, well, what kind of bike are you going to ride? And they've all expected me to have this super light, drop handlebar, spandex, you know, clad, you know, look, I don't own any spandex. I don't have a bicycle with drop handlebars. I've got a bicycle with regular handlebars. It's got fenders. You know, I think that people who ride bikes like that, you know, with the drop bars and the spandex and the super light frames, that's about racing. And I think racing has done a lot really to destroy bicycle riding, because people think that they have to look like that and dress like that and be in that uncomfortable position to ride a bicycle. And it's just not true. You know, you take one of those 18-pound super expensive bicycles and you put a 5-pound lock on it, and guess what? You got a 23-pound steel frame bicycle. You know, if those guys were really serious about getting in shape, what they would do is take those super light bikes and they'd put a brick bat on the back and haul the brick bat, because that would really get them in good shape, and they could slow the speed down and just pedal harder. But, you know, look, if that's you and that's who you are, more power to you. At least you're out there on a bicycle. A lot of people said, well, what kind of seat are you going to use? So I went and read about bicycle seats, and I read about this one. This is the Brooks, you know, leather, traditional seat, and it's got this great website about these English craftsmen, and it's just this beautiful thing. And I put my derriere on this thing, and I think this seat should not come from England. I was pretty sure the seat came from Spain, and that Torquemada had made it, because it's really uncomfortable. At least for me. You may have a different kind of thing. Then there's this seat that, you know, swivels, that you just put your ischial tuberosities on. I just thought that was a little weird. In fact, I'm using a rather cheap seat that you could probably buy at Sears, which turned out to be the most comfortable. And anyways, this is not the bike I'm using, but it's made by the same company, an American company. It's a steel frame bike from Rivendell. It's got a traditional handlebar and fenders because it rains sometimes. You know, I don't clip in. I don't wear the funny shoes. I'm going to wear sandals all the way across the United States. The big thing I want to say about going on a bike trip or going on any adventure is don't wait until everything's perfect. Don't wait until you have exactly the right equipment, exactly the right time. Look, use your old bicycle. Wear your old shoes. The big thing is just to get out the door. And so, sick, in shape, out of shape, on July 1st, I get on my bicycle and I point the front tire towards the Mississippi River and start pedaling. After that, we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. The other thing is, don't forget that you can follow me on my website, bikingbill.com. So anywhere along the way, you'll know exactly where I am, and you can come and join for a few days or a few hours or whatever you want. And Bill's making the camera go all these different angles. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. So join me at bikingbill.com. sign up and, stick a thumb in the eye of breast cancer for me and donate a penny a mile. And I hope to hear from you. Thanks.